Hi guys, and welcome back to Poketech, my little lab on the island. Today we are going to take a look at SecurityCraft because our security personnel decided that our security wasn't high enough with all the recent threats that have been going around and the breakouts and the government officials, and they decided that we needed to have some backup security, so we're going to have a look at that in a minute. Who we got here? We got Professor Smith here, watching the elevator, because I think it's currently broken, so most personnel have to use the ladders at the moment. So, let's walk through here. Oh, welcome to the testing area. Bookbill! Yay! So, we'll get to those a little bit later. And, oh, we've also got some lab personnel out here. Dr. Finman. Hello, Dr. Finman. Yes, to you too. So we're gonna nip. That wasn't me. Nope, I didn't set off any alarms. But we're gonna take a look at SecurityCraft today because I thought, well, it looks awesome, and so we're going to, and it's cracking down on security for us just in case anyone does come along that isn't authorized. It means that we can get rid of them and dispose them quickly. No, not like kill them or anything. Not at all. So we're going to take a look at this anyway, and the first thing that I'm going to show you is going to be the... in fact, let's take a look at the security chest first. I didn't do that. So, believe me when I say that siren's a lot louder when you have your sound up a bit higher. But, so the first thing I'm going to show you is going to be this thing, which is, in fact, the laser block. So you actually need at least 2 of these to activate. These can go between I think it's a 4 block radius. It goes between, let's say, 1 is there and 1 is over here. It will go 3. Let's see if it does a 4. Yes, it does a 4. Awesome. So it does a 4 block radius there. So that goes a fair distance, just in case. So that's cool. And that will emit a redstone signal when a player walks through. As so, but we're gonna delete that wire for now because that's getting annoying. So now we have a passworded chest. Actually, I didn't show you the recipe for the laser block. I apologize. But the laser block is simply 7 stone, sorry, a redstone block in the middle and a glass pane at the bottom. So that's really easy and simple to do. So the next thing is the security chest, which is actually the passworded chest. But we're going to put in 1, 2, 3 here, and it will unlock because that is the code that I gave it when I set this chest up. So basically, when you get one of these chests, all you do is plonk it down. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. All you need to do is plonk it down, and the first thing it will say is code. So simply your code is a as many digit number as you want, so I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go, save, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it'll open. So that is simply how that works, but to craft this, all you need is a chest, some iron around it, and a keypad on top, which we will get to in a moment. So that is really simple, it's not too expensive, and it really can help out if you don't know the code. We're going to get to these things in a little bit, but for now we are going to go on to the keypad, of which I've just spoken about with the security chest. So the keypad is simply the same as the chest. Once you place it down, it will ask for a digit number, you'll place that in, and then it will go from there. Whereas the keypad actually works for doors and things like that. So we're going to look up the recipe for that. It is simply 9 buttons, so it's really cheap, and it does great things. So let's press 1, 2, 3, and the door will open. It'll last a few seconds and then close. So let's do 1, 2, 3 again. We're going to walk through there, and then it'll close. And you can interact with this from any side. It's just the front's got a camera, interface on it. So that's cool. The other thing, I don't think I actually put these doors in, so we're going to quickly take a look at the recipe for that. It's simply an iron door with iron around it. So that's really simple. Cool, awesome. Okay, so the next thing, if we... Finman, are you setting off the alarms? Okay, so the next thing, we're going to go in here, and then we have the keycard reader. Now, this is a pretty simple thing. You will need a keycard. Now, there are three types of keycard, but for the keycard reader that I have set up, all you need is a level 1 keycard. So let's get rid of that. You can't actually click on it, it doesn't have an interface, but if you right-click with a level 1 keycard, sorry, we can then get in through this door. So the doors only open to certain things. They don't open to redstone signals, or at least I don't think they do. I've tried it and it didn't work. So that is a level 1 keycard, but this is a level 3 access keycard. So we're going to right click with that and it will tell us required security level 3, your keycard level 1. And so the level 1 keycard is simply made by 3 gold and 3 iron. And now we have the level 2 and the level 3 keycards. Now the level 2 keycard is made with iron and bricks, which is simple, and it seems too simple. Surprising that that one was made out of gold. And the level 3 keycard is made out of nether brick and iron ingots. So that's simple. And the same will happen again if you use the level 2 keycard on the level 3 access terminal, but if we use the level 2 or the level 3 keycard on the level 1 terminal, then that will also work because it's a level 1, therefore it's a lower level than 3 and a lower level than 2. And it's more like a less than, more than, equal to situation if you do maths. So if we use a level 3 keycard, we can get through here and it will close. So that's simple. Now we're going to take a look at the keycard reader, which is simply 8 stone around a hopper. So that's really simple to make, and it's really cool. So awesome. And the next thing that I'm going to show you is going to be the iron trapdoor here. So the iron trapdoor requires a redstone signal to open and close, whereas the normal trapdoor uses a redstone signal, or you can just click it with your arm. But I did put the reinforced door recipe, so if you forgot that, then it's iron door with iron around it. And the trapdoor recipe is simply a trapdoor. Yes, this is a trapdoor, it's just been retextured for the pack that I'm using. And you will need iron around a normal trapdoor. And when I say the pack I'm using, it's a custom pack that I made. So, but yeah, that's simply a trapdoor. And so we're going to move on to the next thing, which is in fact the alarm. Now, if you remember over there, we showed you it, which I haven't actually got the recipe, but if it's simply hit by a redstone signal from anything, such as a lever, or I'm not going to turn it on again, but if it hit by a lever and such things like that, then it will in fact then signal from a very loud thing, the sound, there we go, a very loud sound it will emit, and it's annoying as hell, and you'll know that you're being robbed, or something along those lines. Okay, so I'm going to go now and show you the recipe for that. We'll go back to that last thing in a moment, but we're going to go into our chest and I will show you the recipe for the alarm. The alarm is simply a note block in the middle with glass surrounding it and redstone at the bottom. So that is really simple. And the next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the portable radar. Now this is quite handy because if a person comes within a certain block radius, I'm not sure how many blocks it is, but they will emit a signal that will tell all players where that person is. I'm not sure if it's the person that places the block or not, but if we just hop away from that, it's not emit. Ah, there we go. Poke pill is near X blah 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 blah. So if we shut up. I didn't set nothing off. So if we stand out here, you'll see that we're not getting detected on the radar. And now we are. Okay, there we go. So are we getting detected from here? No, we're not. But we are from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm going to say 26, 27, 28. But it's about a 25 block radius anyway. So that's really cool. So if anyone comes near your house, you know that they're there, but it will tell you, and it will tell you their actual coordinates. So for this, you simply need a redstone torch in the middle, redstone underneath it, and iron around that to make the portable radar. Now, the next thing that I'm going to move on to, I'm going to get rid of that portable radar there. The next thing I'm going to move on to is these things, which are in fact the inventory scanner. Now, these are pretty cool. They come with 2 different settings, but if we go into our inventory scanner thing here and we look at the recipe, you do need an ender chest, which can be pricey, so keep that in mind. You'll also need a laser block, which, as I've already shown you, but you will need 2 of these. So keep that in mind as well. You only get 1 from making this. So you'll need a laser block in the middle, an ender chest underneath it, and stone around the outside. And as I've already said, these come in 2 settings. So the one that I'm using at the moment is inventory check, and this is in admin mode. So inventory check, it will check for levers, as I've specified in here. So anything that's a lever, it will delete because we have it on inventory check. This setting will check a player's inventory, and if it contains a prohibited item, it will delete said item from the player's inventory. So it will delete any levers you have in your inventory if you pass through this red area. So keep that in mind if you're doing something and it's on a server or something. We have a fire out there. Oh god, we have a big fire. Oh dear. And you will see that my levers in fact got deleted. I'm going to quickly... Oh no! Didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie. Oh well, we'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, the levers that I had have in fact been deleted. You'll see that one immediately got deleted. But if I took this out and had a lever, I could go for it straight away, and it would not be deleted. But that's mode 1 of the functionality of this block. Mode 2 is if you click on this, you can see inventory check or emit redstone. So if I emit redstone, if I have any redstone in my inventory, then it will this setting will check the player's inventory, and if it contains a prohibited item, it will emit a redstone signal for 3 seconds. So this is hooked up to an alarm, and I've got the redstone hooked up to it. So if I walk through here with the redstone in my hand, it will emit a redstone signal for 3 seconds. Whereas if I walk through it without, it doesn't emit anything. So we're good. So that's cool. That is the inventory scanner, and it works pretty well. You just need to put them... I think this is like a 1 block radius. I don't think you can put them any more than 1. So you can see there 1, and it won't work with 2. So there's not a 2 block radius on that one. There's only a 1. Now the next thing that I'm going to move on to will be the Retinal Scanner. Now this is a pretty cool item. I think it's to the player that places it down. It doesn't actually have an interface, so a little bit annoying. But if we walk up to this here, it will say hello Pokepeel and let us through the door. Now I think on a server that if you were a different player and you walked up to it, it wouldn't recognize you and therefore would not let you through. So for this, it is made simply with 1 eye of ender in the middle. I mean, it's a retinal scanner after all, and stone around the outside, and we have the retinal scanner. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And now I'm going to actually show you the interface for the keycard reader, because I did forget about that earlier. So if you place one of these down, the first thing you'll see is the keycard setup. So you can select a security setup, so level 1, level 2, or level 3. And then click save and continue, and it will be locked to that certain thing. So that's cool. We're gonna quickly delete our whole inventory and get a creative sword back. So that's pretty cool. That's how the keycard scanner works. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is these reinforced blocks. You've probably seen them already on here, but these are reinforced blocks. So this is reinforced glass. The one to its right is the reinforced stone, and the one to its right is the reinforced iron bars. So, oh, I didn't mean to copy the chest. Silly me. So, yeah, so these are pretty easy to make, to be honest. All you need is a glass pane in the middle with 4 glass around the sides, and you will get 4 reinforced glass. Now, these are unbreakable. If you have explosions or anything, they are unbreakable. And also, I think probably if I was in survival mode, and I had a diamond pickaxe, so let's do that. I don't know, but yeah, so you can't actually break this. You can't break these. You need a certain item, which we don't currently have at the moment, but we will get to in a moment anyway. But these are pretty easy to make, as I've already said. The glass I've shown you. The stone is simply 4 cobblestone around a normal stone block, and you'll get 4 of that. And the reinforced bars is simply 4 iron around iron bars, which is 4 as well. So that's really cool. It means that TNT won't blow it up. People can't destroy your house if you make it out of that, and it's pretty cheap and simple to make. And to actually delete those, you'll need a universal block remover, which is made by some shears and 2 iron ingots. And I believe if I just right click on that, it will then delete it. And it won't delete normal blocks, but it will delete any reinforced blocks. So that's how you remove those if you place them in the wrong place or such things like that. So that is the universal block remover, and it's pretty cheap to make. So I'm going to toss that in there. Now we move on to the next thing, which is fake lava and fake water. Now, fake lava, if we jump in here, you will see that we got the fire animation, we do the damage animation, but we don't actually get hurt. So if I just hop out of there, and we're fine. Whereas fake water, if we jumped in there, we would actually die pretty damn quick. So I'm not even going to bother. But for science, we might do later on. Or, yeah. But we got some test subjects here. We managed to mush them down into eggs. So if I spawn him in, you will see that he doesn't actually die. Hello there. He doesn't actually die when we put him in the water. Whereas if we put him in lava, he will in fact die. So that's a bit of a cool way to keep players out, or probably even just people. Animals and things. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But simply, the fake lava bucket is made by a health potion and a lava bucket, or health potion 2 and lava bucket. Everything's set in fire today. And the fake water is made by putting a potion of harming, or potion of harming 2, on top of a water bucket. So they're pretty easy to make. You do need potions, but if you know how to make those, then they're pretty simple. And now the last thing that I'm going to show you here, I think that it's the last thing anyway, is the cage block. Now at the moment it's inactive, and it currently doesn't have a texture with the version that I'm using. But the cage trap you can simply make with 3 reinforced iron bars, 2 gold either side of a redstone that is in the middle, and 3 iron blocks at the bottom. So it's a little bit pricey, but it can come in handy. And if we walk inside here, it doesn't work. What? Let's try this again. There we go, we'll put another one down. It will then trap you inside of a cage trap, which of course if you're in a normal survival mode you won't be able to get out of without the universal block remover, so keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's a bit of a trap if you go into a person's base and they don't want you there. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is going to be the Codebreaker. Now, this is extremely pricey, but for what it is, I guess then it's actually okay price. But the Codebreaker is made with 2 diamonds next to a redstone torch at the top, 2 gold ingots next to a nether star in the middle, and 2 redstone next to a emerald in the bottom middle. So it is really pricey. You need to have beaten the wither and you need a fair few resources, but simply with the Codebreaker you can right click on a pad and it will open it. So there we go, we got straight through the keypad. It won't do it with such things as the card reader, but with the code pad it will, and I don't think it does it with the chest either. No, it does not. So it doesn't do it with the chest, but it does it with the keypad, and that's basically all it does it with. But if someone has a lot of keypads, then it's pretty easy to break through, and yeah. I didn't set off the alarms, boys, sorry. So now we're going to actually move on to our lockdown area that hasn't been unlocked for a while, and we got it specially unlocked for this purpose, because as you know the labs were a bit under attack a few episodes, or a few broadcasts ago, sorry, not episodes. But yeah, so this is actually the explosives lab. So this is still partially on lockdown, but we got one area unlocked. And we got our professor here to watch us. Hello there. And so this is the explosives lab. As you'll see, we got some reinforced stone and some reinforced glass there. But simply, the explosives lab, well, specializes in explosives and experimenting. Normally we would have a door working here, but currently with the lockdown and everything, we had to force it open and it's currently broken. So don't worry about that. But we're going to go in this first chest here and I'm going to show you the many explosives you can get. So there are 5 types of ordinary earth type explosives, which is dirt mine, cobble mine, stone mine, sand mine and diamond ore mine. So the dirt mine is made with a mine and some dirt. We will get to that in a minute. So these are basically disguised things. Cobblestone, cobblestone and a mine. Stone, stone and a mine. Sand, sand and a mine. And diamond ore mine is simply diamond ore with a mine. So they're the simple, basic type of mines. We're going to place one down here. And if we get ourselves a lever, I don't want to really try this because it's a bit dangerous, but we're actually, it all works with the same thing, so let's go place that lever there, and it doesn't actually work with a lever. So you actually have to destroy this with hand or a pickaxe or something, and it will explode. So you'll see that none of these actually got hurt, so that's cool. It doesn't explode, whereas probably our lab area actually did. I don't know, but it's made out of bedrock and obsidian, so it doesn't break easily. Now, the next things that I'm going to move on to, all of these mines act the same, so if you destroy them, then they will explode. So, diamond, bit sneaky for that nasty player that doesn't really like you, and will in fact explode you, so yeah, not nice of him. But we're going to move on to the next chest here, which is in fact the rails. And so that's the first thing that I'm going to show you. So the rails are really simple, really. They're made with gunpowder at the bottom, a stick in the middle, and 6 iron, well, 3 either side. And so that's really easy to make that. and we're actually going to grab, as you've seen, the button, a powered rail, and some normal rails, because this is going to be a little bit tricky. So we're going to have a track here, we're going to have a normal rail here, here, and here, and there, and then we're going to have a powered rail going up there. Yep, that's cool. And then we're going to have our, we don't actually need those. We're going to have our button placed here, and then we're actually going to get ourselves a minecart for going in there. So we're going to get this, going to stick him there, and as soon as the, I think it's when the rail gets hit by a minecart, it will explode. So if a minecart goes over that type of rail, you know you are dead. So that was the rail, or the mine rail, track mine thing. So the next thing is the furnace mine. Now this is a bit of a pain. Now you get a mine and a furnace. We will get to the mine in the next bit. So the furnace mine, you know, you're going along and someone may have sneaken into your house between you playing on a server and you don't know about it. You will then click on your furnace and explode. So that's a bit of a sneaky one. Now the next thing, as I've already explained, is the mines. These are made simply by free iron around a piece of gunpowder, and you will get free mines. So that is cool. Now the mines, once placed down, are in fact vulnerable to explode if... Oh, I'm destroying the set here. There you go. Will explode if you try to destroy them, but there is a thing called a mine remote access tool. Now the mine remote access tool is made with 1 diamond, so it's a little bit pricey, but not very much. 1 gold, 1 redstone torch, and a stick, which is cool. And if we right click this on a mine, you'll see that Pokepeel bound a mine at blah 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 to remote access tool. So basically, if you walked over that mine right now, it will go boom. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain, but if we hit that with the remote access tool, and we make sure we're not clicking on anything, and we right click with the remote access tool, you can activate. So we haven't got anything there yet. We can deactivate. Actually, this isn't registering. Why aren't you registered? Okay, so I managed to bound it to the mine. I right clicked on it, and then we got this to work. So we right click again, not facing anything, and then we can either detonate and specify which one we want if we have more than 1 mine set up. So we could detonate it, or we could activate it, which means, well, if we right click and go on to deactivate, we can actually set the mine so that it is safe. So you'll see it's now green, we can walk over it, and if we destroyed it, it doesn't break. Whereas detonate, of course, you're going to know what this does. Detonate, some reason it hasn't registered yet again. So we're going to get a new one of those readers. Registered, and we're going to go detonate. And there you go, you can detonate that at any time that you want. So guys, that was SecurityCraft. Remember, this is still in early development. Hello Mr. Enderman, you're not authorized to be here. Don't know why our security drones didn't intercept him. But yeah, that was simply SecurityCraft. So I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast from the Poketech Labs. And remember to leave a like if you did. Remember to subscribe to see more mod spotlights coming up in the future. And my SecurityCraft Let's Plays and any other good stuff that I do. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. I'm Pokepeel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Time to take a bath after a long day's work. Ah!